Hello and welcome to SatTV Week, the news programme for the international satellite industry. This week, Richard Hooper talks to Serge van Herk, CEO of NewTek, Carrie-Anne Ings reports on an innovative and unique comms systems, and Tricia Jones has the launch news. But first, here's Richard with the news headlines.
SES World Skies has announced a new capacity deal with ESPN Brazil to deliver HD sports content from around the world to homes across the region. As part of the strategic agreement, ESPN Brazil is utilising 18 MHz of C-band capacity on SES World Skies NSS 806 satellite to distribute one HD and one SD sports channel to cable television transmission stations throughout Latin America. ESPN Brazil now delivers 3 key channels into Latin America over a combined 27 MHz of capacity on NSS 806. ESPN Brazil's programming will seamlessly move to the advanced SES-6 satellite, which is scheduled for launch in 2013. NSR's newly released Mobile Satellite Services 7th edition finds the MSS market coming out of the recession faster than expected and will see increased competition, further consolidation and a blurring between MSS and FSS products and services that will accelerate the transition to broadband mobility and converged connectivity satellite products. The global MSS market will grow to $10.2 billion in 2020, more than doubling from today's volume, according to the study's author Claude Rousseau, senior analyst for NSR. Bankruptcies of MSS ATC operators offer a repeat scenario of the late 1990s, causing many people to see the industry negatively. But, Rousseau notes, MSS operators have actually grown from more than 8% last year, while FSS VSAT operators have seen their share of the satellite mobility revenues top the 20% mark.
At last week's Communicasia exhibition, held in Singapore, NewTek unveiled the company's new strategy for Asia, and Richard spoke to Serge van Herk, the company's CEO, and started by asking him why Asia is so important.
Well, Richard, we see that Asia is a growing continent, of course. We see that there are more satellites being launched in the region, so more capacity upcoming. We see more customers demanding satellite communication and cost-efficient solutions. So we definitely see a growth for our company in this region.
Now, are there any specific challenges about working in Asia?
Well, definitely. We still have to convince customers, for instance, to use more and more Ku-band. Ku-band is still being seen in Asia as difficult to use, but with our technology that we implement, we can easily demonstrate to our customers that it's no problem to use Ku-band in Asia.
Now, looking globally, how is NewTek doing at this present time?
Yes, well, we're doing quite fine. We've seen even in the very difficult years 2008, 2009 that we were able to grow the company thanks to new products that we have been introducing. So we keep on that trend, and we're quite happy to see that our new technologies are being adopted all over the world by different customers.
How difficult is it for a company like NewTek to evolve to serve their customers?
Well, like I like to say, we have two passions. One is a passion for the customer, helping him doing his business, and the other one is our passion for technology. So marrying those two help us indeed to bring out new technologies, new products that are always helping our customers to improve their business, to improve their bottom line. So the bottom line is, for us, keep innovating, keep bringing new technologies to our customers that they can implement efficiently into their networks.
Serge, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Richard.
The Russian Spectrum R Scientific Observatory, which is set for launch in July aboard a Zenith rocket with a Frigga upper stage, has been delivered to the Baikonur Cosmodrome from the satellite manufacturer Lavochkin R&D. The Spectrum R project was designed by the Astro Space Center, part of the P.N. Lebedev Physical Institute of the Russian Academy of Science, and the S.A. Lavochkin Federal Research and Production Association. The goal of the project is to carry out investigations into various types of astrophysical objects. Now here's Tricia with more launch news.
Arianespace's fourth heavy lift mission of 2011 is set for launch tomorrow, July the 1st, from French Guiana. The two satellites to be lofted on top of the Ariane 5 are the EADS Astrium-built Astra 1N Ku-band spacecraft, which will deliver pan-European direct-to-home broadcast services for satellite operator SES Astra from an orbital position of 28.2 degrees east. The second satellite is a hybrid broadcasting and telecom satellite manufactured by Lockheed Martin for BSAT and SkyPerfect JSAT Corporation. Based on Lockheed Martin's A2100A platform, it will be operated from an orbital position of 110 degrees east longitude. The launch date of Atlantis, the last space shuttle mission, has been set for 11:26 AM EDT on July the 8th. The 12-day STS-135 mission to the ISS will deliver the Raffaello multi-purpose logistics module fueled with supplies and spare parts to sustain space station operations after the shuttles are retired. The mission will also fly the robotic refueling mission, an experiment designed to demonstrate and test the tools, technologies and techniques needed to robotically refuel satellites in space, even satellites not designed to be serviced. The crew also will return an ammonia pump that recently failed on the station. Engineers want to understand why the pump failed and improve designs for future spacecraft. The crew under Commander Ferguson are scheduled to arrive at Kennedy on Monday, July the 4th for final launch preparations. STS-135 is the 135th shuttle mission, Atlantis' 33rd flight and the 37th shuttle mission to the station.
US-based Clear Channel Satellite Services has combined comms technologies from RAD data communications and expand networks to develop an innovative and unique comms system designed to operate in extremely challenging terrain and conditions. Carrie-Anne has the story.
Clear Channel Satellite has combined two technologies with its popular ExtremeSat Internet over Satellite platform. The system allows for high-speed broadband data and VoIP in a highly portable package. Expand Networks provided its extremely efficient data acceleration and link optimization solution, and RAD Data provided a two-part solution with an AirMux 400 voice compression for up to 8 simultaneous phone calls and a spread spectrum IP microwave link, which allows for phone data connectivity up to 10 miles away from the satellite uplink. The system, which was delivered to a Colorado sheriff's office, will be frequently needed to operate in areas with tall mountains and steep canyon walls that won't always allow for a satellite connection. With the microwave link, the satellite system can be located on a mountaintop with the rest of the comms system on the canyon floor, and will for the first time allow for critical comms from difficult areas where it was never available before.
The Galileo project took another step forward at last week's Paris Air and Space Show, when contracts were signed covering the satellite control and the systems needed to generate Galileo services. Europe's satellite navigation system will begin to take shape in space later this year, when the first 2 Galileo in-orbit validation satellites are launched on the first Soyuz to lift off from French Guiana. Out of 6 work packages for Europe's SatNav system to reach full operations, 4 are already in place. It is the remaining 2 that were signed at the air show at Le Bourget. The signing ceremony was introduced by Laurent Wauquiez, French Minister for Economic Affairs, and Jean-Jacques Dordain, ESA Director General. Work Package 2 was signed by Renaud Cesnec, CEO of Thales Alenia Space France, and Didier Fèvre, ESA Director for Galileo and navigation-related activities. Work Package 3 was signed by Colin Painter, Managing Director of EADS Astrium, and Director Fèvre. Antonio Tajani, European Commission Vice President for Industry and Entrepreneurship, hailed the signings as an important milestone for Galileo. And now here's Richard with more news.
Following its successful expansion into Indonesia, Pactel International has opened a new regional office in Perth, which will be managed by Pactel's new Vice President Energy Markets, Marco Chiani. Marco told SatTV Week that the huge demand from the oil and gas markets has prompted the company's decision to locate closer to its customers based in Western Australia. Marco will be responsible for managing all communication service contracts in the resources sector, spanning across Australia, Indonesia and PNG. Having recently worked as a sales director at Harris Caprock Communications, Marco has over 25 years' experience in the satellite industry.
And finally, ESA and Thales Alenia Space have signed an agreement for the production of the atmospheric re-entry demonstrator and its ground segment. The project aims to develop an autonomous European atmospheric re-entry system, offering excellent aerodynamic performance due to its lifting body shape, along with a high-performance control system based on propulsion vectoring and aerodynamic surfaces, and advanced thermal protection systems for atmospheric re-entry. Thales Alenia Space is responsible for the design, development and integration of the vehicle, called IXV, leading a consortium from European industry, research centres and universities. The vehicle will be delivered to ESA in 2013 for a launch by the Vega rocket. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching.